Begin by turning your AKS Plus on by holding the power button down for 2 to 3 seconds. You'll notice the power LED as well as the low battery LED will flash. You can release, followed by a amber status light and then a Wi-Fi LED. This solid Wi-Fi LED indicates that I am in host mode. There are 3 different modes. We have another video that goes more in depth on the 3 different modes. Here I'm just going to show you the quick reference to the LED status per mode. Here is your Wi-Fi client mode. Double flash indicates that you are connected to your host. Single flash indicates that you are in Wi-Fi client mode, but you are not connected to your host. Here is your Ethernet client mode. Similar to Wi-Fi client, however, the LED is mostly on, then momentarily off. Now that we are in host mode, indicated by the solid Wi-Fi light, we know that the AKS is going to create its own network. So we want to grab our iPad and log into the Wi-Fi of the AKS. So I'm going to go to my settings, go to my Wi-Fi. Here I'm already connected, but the default is Ratpac AKS. Password is quiet on set, all lower cases, no space. Here it says no internet connection. I do get questions about this. That's totally fine. You do not want to be connected to the internet, as you want your network isolated for your lighting controls. Now that you've connected to the network, let's open up a browser, and we are going to navigate to the default IP address of your AKS, which is 10.10.100.254. Here you can see it directs you to Ratpac Constellation. Now if you have multiple units, you want to make sure, since they're all going to have the same SSID, that you are configuring the proper unit. You can do so by locating this ID tab or button in the GUI. When I select that command, you'll notice that the LEDs on the AKS begin flashing the power, low battery, and DMX in a pattern there. So now I know I'm configuring the one that is in my hand, which is what I want to do. This is where you would select your protocol, ArtNet or SACN. Next to it you'll see sub and uni. This is specific to ArtNet, and the uni directed to the right of SACN is only for universe selection of SACN. Now if I were to change the protocol and hit apply, it's going to prompt me that a reboot will be necessary because the protocol has been changed. So I'm going to hit OK, go to device management, restart module. Once the process is complete, you can ensure that you are still connected to the GUI by selecting another tab. Here I went to my main settings, confirmed that my SACN protocol is selected, Universe 1 is selected as well. You also have output power and DMX port behavior. This is specific to the AKS. If you are going to be in an environment or at a distance where you may need some extra power, you can bump this up to 250 milliwatts. The DMX port behavior can be selected as an input or an output. So if you're in a pinch or in a saturated environment where wireless isn't your best option, you can disable your CRMX and use your DMX port as an output to run to your fixture or your Opti. Of course, when you hit apply, it will prompt you to restart using device management once again, which you can do here. Okay, so now that you have your AKS host connected and configured to the proper protocol and universe, you can begin connecting your AKS to your receivers or your fixtures. In this case, I'm going to use a MT Pro that I have just for a visual reference of our Universe 1, which will be our host universe. So I will begin by navigating to our CRMX settings, hitting menu, going to CRMX. I see that it is on. I'm going to unpair because I don't know what it was paired to previously. And then I can begin pairing my AKS. Now I will do that by briefly pressing the RF link button. You'll notice that the status light flashes, as well as the MT Pro telling me that the pairing process is happening and complete. Once the handshake is done, the status light goes solid, the MT Pro goes out because I have my fader at 0 in blackout, and then I can test it by bringing that dimmer fader up, and I'm connected to Universe 1. So now that you're set up with your Universe 1 for your AKS host, let's go ahead and set up our Universe 2 as a Wi-Fi client using our satellite. So here I have a satellite turned on. As you can see with the Wi-Fi indicator, it's solid, indicating host mode. So what we want to do is 2 brief presses of the Ratpac button. This will be followed up by a rapid flashing of the power LED, or in this case the blue Ratpac button. And once it's completed, you'll notice that the Wi-Fi light will begin flashing twice per second. Sometimes it takes 20 to 30 seconds for the Wi-Fi client to find the host network and connect to it. So what you'll see is a double flash per second here, which may be followed by a single flash per second, which is letting you know that it's still looking for the host like it is now. Go ahead and wait another 10 seconds or so, and it will eventually find the AKS host and connect to it, which you will know because the double flash per second will come back like so. You can also see that the DMX light is now illuminated. So if we navigate to our web GUI, we can refresh and see we have both our host and client present. The node name shows Ratpac AKS and satellite. This is only referencing what it's named here in Constellation. There are the protocol selections, so you see that we are an SACN for both our host and client. However, we want to change our universe for our client to universe 2, hit apply, prompting you a reboot is necessary for a protocol change. Go ahead and hit OK, come back to device management, and restart module. The satellite will momentarily lose connection during reboot to AKS, so you'll see a once per second flash like so. No worries, go ahead and wait another 10 seconds or so, and the double flash will return once it's connected back to the host network. So now that we have the double flash back, I navigate to blackout, and I'm to go ahead and test my universe 2 to ensure that it is actually connected. So to test, I'm going to take my Centena, turn it on, and I see that there is no status lights on, so I know it's available to pair. With a brief press of the link button, I can go ahead and send that handshake out, connect to this antenna, and plug it into my aperture that's standing by, and ensure we have control of both universes